Hey YouTube, it's Ben here with the 135. I've officially changed my name from Ben with the 60. I'm Ben with the 135. So, hey, thank you for tuning in today. And I just want to cover a couple very quick and very common misconceptions that show up on the Facebook page. And I see these in the form of questions very often by what I'm assuming are brand new fish keepers, and so I thought I would just share them here. And for some of you veterans, it's gonna be old news, but for some of you that are new to the hobby, this could actually could save some of your fish. And the first common misconception that I hear is if I transfer water from the older established tank, is that going to give me an instantly established new tank? And of course the answer to that is no. When you transfer over that water, initially it's going to test out correctly because it's being brought over immediately from an environment that has established beneficial bacteria. But then what's going to happen, because you don't have that bacteria established in the new tank, is that you're going to have a spike in ammonia, and any fish that you put in that new tank are going to die, because they're not going to be able to withstand the spike in ammonia as that tank starts to go through a real cycle. So the answer to if I bring water over from an established tank, do I have an instantly cycled new tank? The answer is no. Now, if you brought the filtration from the established tank over and set that up in the new tank, you would be partly there. But keep in mind that if you're moving it to, let's say, a larger tank, which a lot of us do, you're probably going to be a little short in the amount of bacteria that you'll need for perhaps the larger tank. But really the best way to cycle a tank is the way it's covered in some of the videos that you can see out there. For example, some of the videos put out by KG Tropicals, that talk about testing your water, watching the, putting some food in, putting some media from an established filter, some dirty sponges in there, and then watching the ammonia go up, nitrite go up, and then eventually watching those two go down to zero, and then your nitrates will start to show up. So now another common misconception that I hear is are the bubbles that are traveling through the water, like if you have an air stone, are those bubbles adding oxygen to the water by traveling through the water? And the answer is no. They might be helping to circulate the water a little bit, and that's a good thing. But and moving some of the water from the top, which is more oxygen rich, down to the bottom of the tank, which can have less oxygen. But what is allowing or oxygenating your water is the breaking up of surface tension, as you see a lot of it going on here. What that's doing is allowing the waste, or the carbon waste that is released by the fish when they breathe, allowing that to escape and allowing oxygen to come in. So another common misconception is, are bubbles directly adding oxygen to my water? No. Now, just as an additional tip, if you ever raise the temperature of your water, that's going to create greater evaporation at the surface where most of the oxygen in the water is. So if you raise the temperature, let's say you're treating for ick and you're raising the temperature, be sure to add more sources of oxygen. In other words, break up more surface water, add an air stone, do something that will add more oxygen, because when you heat up the water, you're going to lose more of that oxygen-rich water, which occurs near the surface of the tank. Okay? Now here's another misconception that that I'm working on proving wrong, and that is that plants cannot be used in a cichlid tank. As you can see here, these are Anubias, and all of the plants you see in my tank are Anubias, varieties of Anubias. And from what I understand, they don't taste good to cichlids, and they also do well in a high pH, hard water situation. And I love the color that they add to the tank, and of course they can help with nitrate control because they absorb nitrate and put out oxygen. So lots of plus points to having live plants in your tank. Now if you have Mabuna, I'm not sure, because Mabuna might destroy these plants. I do know that the peacocks and the haps don't seem much interested in them. I do have a bushy pleco in here, bushy nose pleco. You can see his little cave down here at the bottom of the tank. You can see where the sand is moved around, and you can see the bottom of the tank. And he tucks under that rock there, and comes out every now and then, or he goes under this long brown rock here that I moved over from the 60-gallon. He burrows, constantly burrows, and very cute, very cool fish. But not, you don't see him much. But I think he might be a little hard on plants. I think he might, but he is doing a good job at keeping them clean. I'm not seeing a lot of algae develop on these plants. So anyway, short and sweet, just wanted to share with you a couple misconceptions that I see show up as questions on the Facebook page, the ben.o.cichlid, the ben.o.cichlid, O''cichlid, the ben.o.cichlid Facebook page. I see that show up as a question, as questions, and just wanted to throw those two out there, and perhaps spend a little time showing you more of the 135. There's the electric blue back there. Likes to hang out here in the edge. There's the old OB, my oldest fish. Otter point, of course, looking great. This is the male bucanena, which I noticed over the last couple of days has been really chasing around the other buca, which I'm assuming is a female, so I don't know what he's got in mind. Here's the tank boss, the Taiwan reef. Probably shares that with the intermediates. Nobody messes with either one of them. I'm seeing the Z-Rock a lot more in this tank. In the other tank he used to be hiding in the back a lot. Here he comes out a lot more. And there's the tangerine tiger. He's got a little bit of a cloudy eye. His left eye is a little cloudy. I think he rubbed up against something. And so that's it for now. Just want to keep it short and sweet. I appreciate you guys tuning in. The channel is doing great. We're up over 3,200. I believe the Facebook page is up around 1,800 now. So I really thank you folks for participating in that, and also following on Instagram, which is ben.o.cichlid on Instagram. That's getting a lot of following, and the video shorts there are getting a lot of views. So I thank you for that. So thank you for tuning in, and I really appreciate you stopping by.